Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
It's the street on everyone's mind these days. Books, websites, and even a remake of Oliver Stone's Wall Street have all depicted the lavish lives of young Wall Street bankers.
Ever wonder why fund managers can't beat the S&P 500? Because they're sheep.
So what's it really like to be in your 20s working for America's most notorious industry? Meet Matt,
2006 grad of Dartmouth College.
Meghan,
And I graduated Smith College in 2002.
and Godfrey.
I went to the University of Georgia.
All former Wall Street kids now getting their MBAs.
Tell me a little bit about what it was like when you first got to Wall Street.
The first couple of weeks, it was that exciting. One of my favorite movies is Wall Street, and so you kind of want to have that, that sexiness of the movie.
You know, you take the
get your
company's
bonus.
private plane over to LA or something, like
Right.
then you're like, or the day of your bonus
The
too.
day of your bonus.
What's that like?
Well, it makes you feel good.
You get a bonus of like $50,000 as a first year, and then you talk to a couple other first years, and they got $55,000, $60,000. Then you feel like you didn't make that much money.
Take one 24-year-old investment banker with 2 years at a major bank. He made $70,000 in salary and expects a bonus of $75,000. That's $145,000 alone this year. So how are those bonuses determined? Well, let's just for the heck of it compare it to football. The younger generation of NFL players determine what the older ones get paid, and they claim they're simply not making enough. Now take that to Wall Street, where the older generation decides what the younger bankers get. Now most of their salary is paid out in a yearly bonus. Last year that bonus was up 17% to $20 billion, and both of them say that's just a little excessive.
I think that Wall Street gets a bad rap because it's poorly understood, and the salaries are outrageous.
I agree that I think pay is outsized.
Wall Street and people like me, we were very, very lucky.
Barton Biggs runs a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund and formerly worked at Morgan Stanley for 30 years.
You're kidding yourself if you think that you're going to get rich quick. Wall Street and private equity and so on have been too popular for too long, and too many people have gone into them, and compensation's going down.
Wall Street's notorious for overhiring and overfiring.
Right. You're compensated for that risk. It's very different from a job where you show up from 9 to 5 and you get your salary at the end of the week or at the end of the month, and that's what it is.
How much of your life is actually like that Wall Street bubble that people believe you live in, and that rock star lifestyle that the rest of America really believes that you guys live?
I think it's almost 1%. It's almost complete opposite. I had to come into the office, and this was Sunday night. The next time I saw my apartment was Thursday evening.
Your life is not your own, and it's banking. That's why you get paid.
And you're like, I'm in a car, and they're driving me home. But it kind of fades after a while, and you really understand that it's about business.
The free dinner gets old after.
And at the end of the day, it can't be about the money, because if that's the case, if it's purely about the money, you'll leave. You get burnt out.
Right,
It's invariable.
So, you guys all left. You're in business school. And if your life's like that, why go back?
She's going back.
She's going back.
It would just be bizarre for me to choose a career that is only 9 to 5, that isn't going to require every waking moment of my mind.
The whole Main Street versus Wall Street, to his point, I don't like that because it's like us against them, and we're all part of America.